Jeff Henry, aka Tech Mobile.
Chris Yankee. Yo, what's up?
Fuck it.
Delegate.
Welcome back to Fucking Delegated, the podcast where we help you delegate the shit that's holding you back in your business. Right? So now I'm talking to you hustlers out there, right? You guys are waking up, doing a bunch of shit that you don't need to do. And why are you doing it? Right? You're waking up, you're doing your emails, you're doing your scheduling, you're doing all this crazy busy work that you can delegate. So today we're going to go into 5 tasks that you should be delegating right fucking now. Number 1, cold calling. Jeff, what the fuck is cold calling, bro?
So cold calling, obviously you guys, cold calling is dialing phone numbers constantly, 200 to 300 calls per day on busy work, right? Getting yelled at, getting cursed at, all this stuff. Right. You guys should not be doing that. I'm going to tell you this right now. Delegate that shit ASAP. So, right?
When you think about it, right? Cold calling, right? You're starting, 200-300 calls a day.
Yep.
A real estate agent. Most real estate agents end up quitting because it's so overwhelming to think about calling 300 people, 200 people. Who the hell wants to get hung up 175 times out of 200 calls?
Right. So first of all, a lot of people will start cold calling and they immediately say cold calling sucks. I want it out of my business. I don't want to do cold calling no more. Find another solution on a marketing strategy, right? Cold calling doesn't suck. It's just that you're just tired of doing it because you're doing it. But if you delegate it to someone else, guess what? Now you're profiting, right? Now you're able to do something else in your business while someone else is doing the hard, tedious task. They're taking those calls. They're calling those people at 8 o'clock at night. They're getting yelled at. They're getting cursed at. But guess what? After 300 calls, then you look at your numbers, right? If you could get 10 leads from that and you could generate one deal, that doesn't make sense? Absolutely. Absolutely, right? So you guys should be delegating cold calling as soon as possible.
Absolutely. 100%. Now, I mean, to me, it sounds a lot better to work on 10 leads versus 300 calls.
Right.
It's a better use of my time.
100%.
Now, what else are you going to do with that time? Right?
You can scale your business. You can start working on other aspects, right? Marketing, right? Finding out what type of leads you need to be generating, right? Because look, cold calling.
Golfing.
I love golf. 100%. Right? What are you talking about? I golf 3 times a week. Let's go. You know, I'm down to golf. So we can talk about golfing. That's another episode. But right now in this episode, we're talking about why you should be delegating these stupid tasks. I call them stupid tasks because you shouldn't be doing them, right? 1 is checking your emails. I have people that's delegating that for me, right? When my emails go up to like 6,000 fucking emails, guess what? I just hit up my little person. Hey, you know.
Why she have you a little? Why is it a little person though? Like
she's only 4.5 feet tall.
Man, that's not right.
Okay, so she's a tall person. You know, all right. She's not little. She's amazing. By the way, her name is Josie. She's fantastic. But anyway, she does my cold calling for me. She does my scheduling. She does all of my tasks that I don't want to do. Right? When I was in the hospital, I was sick. I was sick for a while, and I had 6,000 emails. She literally went through all my emails, deleted a lot of the spam shit, right? And was able to go in there and segregate the good emails from the bad emails and just said, hey, Jeff, look at this folder. This is the important stuff, right?
Right.
That's a lot of stuff you can be delegating right now.
Yeah. So when you're thinking about cold calling, when I started out in the wholesaling real estate business, working a 9 to 5, trying to find a time to actually make 200 calls a day, right? I didn't even think about it that way. Initially, I thought about, hey, I want to talk to 20 people. And to talk to 20 people, you might have to hit 100 calls, right? So you work your 9 to 5, you get home, and now you're tired. Now you're calling people when they're at home, they're sleepy, they're tired, they're at dinner, and you're getting cussed the fuck out.
Well, first of all, let's talk about that for a second because, you know, I know a lot of you guys actually experience this, right? I know a lot of you are cold calling right now, and you're probably saying to yourself, you know what? I don't want to do this shit because 1, I'm scared to get, you know, attorney involved. I'm calling these people on do not calls, or these people are cursing me out and whatever. And it mentally drains you. It mentally drains you.
And I'll be honest, man. Like when I first started cold calling, it was intimidating as fuck. Like you get on that call, you're like, oh man, I don't know, man. I'm going to call somebody just like cold like that and they don't know me and I'm going to ask for their damn house. Like, how the hell am I going to do that? And then you actually make the call. You're like, then this old lady cuss you out, and then like you're like, fuck, I don't want to do this no more. Or
I
you're
literally,
afraid this old lady gonna
Chris,
pull up on you.
I literally had one of the old ladies. She was like, "My son is gonna come looking for you, and he's gonna know where you live." I said, "What?" Like, what do you mean, look for me? I'm just trying to make a deal right now. You know, are you willing to sell your home? No, I don't want to sell my home. And so these are the things that you guys are gonna come across because I get it. It's gonna be tiresome. It's gonna be a headache. You're gonna be stressed out. You're gonna put yourself in a depression state because you're gonna get beat up on these calls. So why go through that?
All right, let's be honest, man. Cold calling is a lot of people's weakness. So you delegated to make it.
It's my kryptonite. It is my kryptonite.
Yes, you delegated to make it your strength.
Correct.
Absolutely. So you delegate your weaknesses to make it a strength.
100%.
Absolutely. So that's number one. Now, number two is your processes.
Processes, procedures, and all that. Guys, this is another task, a very important task that you should be delegating, right? When I first started, right, I got tired of actually going through and writing out every detail of what I got to do. And I am pretty sure you guys are doing the same thing. You're going through right now and you're like, wow, I got to actually read all this or I got to actually do this. No, I don't want to carry a step-by-step process, right? But guess what? You could hire a virtual assistant and they can actually do all this shit for you.
But let's talk about that creative person, right? And I'm talking to you, the person that is just like, fuck it, I'm going to go out there and do all this shit, right? You need that documentation. And a virtual assistant can do that for you, right? And they can do it better than you can ever imagine. But why? You don't even want to waste your time doing it. But it's something that needs to be done if you really want to scale your business. So stop fucking around and delegate that shit.
Facts. So what's crazy is that, you know, you guys probably in this situation as well. Chris is more of a delegator. I'm more of the fuck it person, right? So for me, procedures was like, fuck it, I don't need that. Let me just get down to the money business, right? I just want to get there, get generating activities so I can create some wealth, right? And so I decided that was kind of important. I need the delegation, right? So that's why Chris is in here delegating all our fucking shit.
Okay, delegating, but you know, I guess I would say I'm more the analytical person because I am a CPA, certified public accountant, if you don't know what it is. But yeah, so I'm more analytical. I got to make sure my shit's in order before I take a step out. Jeff's more like, fuck that shit. I'm doing it. I'll figure that shit out later. And I'm like, hold up. That's a little too fast, but fuck it, let's go.
Well, let's get back to this process and procedures thing because, guys, this is very important. One thing I want to tell you, you are important business right now that's going to actually drastically change what you do, right? Because I can tell you right now, for my team, when they come on board, they have a process and procedure to actually start on day one, right? So what does day one look like when you work for our company? It is actually step by step, right? I didn't do this shit, right? I actually had a virtual assistant to come in there and actually listen to my thoughts, put it on a piece of paper, put it into our process, which is called Suite Process, that stores our documents. And all our new employees go into that and it literally is laid out for them, right? So you could do this too. You could take this task away from you. If you're a good talker, cool, talk, right? Have a virtual assistant, talk to them, tell them exactly what you want, and you could actually have that documentation put into place from that conversation, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, that's definitely something that you absolutely need to stop fucking doing and delegate that shit, right? Number two is the documents and processes. Number three is customer service. Now, when you are a business owner, you got to have a presence, right? And you got to stop waking up and answering all these damn emails in the morning. Like, that is a waste of your time.
Not just emails, calls, all this, right? Are you going to be that person? Do you want to really be that person to actually take calls 24/7 or answering emails? What if you're sleeping at 5 o'clock in the morning and you're getting an email and it's like, this is urgent? Are you going to be that person? No.
I'll tell you what, you better not ever give your cell phone number out to these customers. Don't do it.
I did it one time. They were calling me. My wife was like, who's this bitch calling you? I'm like, oh, babe, it's work, you know? So you got to be careful with that.
You don't do it, and you need to delegate that shit immediately. They will call you at 5 in the morning. They don't give a fuck about you. Yeah. They only care about their money. They only care about their service. And you need to delegate that. And but think about the positive benefits of it, right? You have now a virtual assistant that is getting your calls, that's making you look bigger than what you might be,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you already don't have a customer service like department or whatever the case is, if you hire a virtual assistant that can do that for you, now you expanded your presence, right? So
I'm gonna talk about that. What Chris is saying is very accurate. So guys, if you're a small business owner, that's okay, right? If you're just one entrepreneur and you're a solopreneur, that's cool too, right? Because you can create a business model that you may look a lot bigger than what it really is, right? So actually, perception is everything, right? So me as a solopreneur, I was able to hire a virtual assistant and say, look, I have a full customer service team. You could chat, you can email, and you can call, right? And my team was in place, but I only had one virtual assistant to handle all of that, right? And she was available to do those things. So that's why with you guys, you can get into this, having a great entrepreneur.
And I'll be honest, right? I know one of y'all said this. Let me talk to your manager, right? You had to. So that makes that, and being able to talk to somebody that you can say that to gives you that bigger presence, right? So hiring somebody that can actually do your customer service is a game changer.
Remember, never to say that you are the owner of the company, right?
Don't
never,
say that shit.
Never say it, because then they believe, okay, so I talked to the owner of the company, so guess what? That's the highest level. So that means you don't really have a structure, right? So they're going to look at you like, well, I just talked to the owner of the company. Guess what? You can make all the decisions. I need this. I need that. I need this. No, scratch that. If you want to be a real CEO, a real entrepreneur, take that off the table, get a lower tier that has to get to you, right? So virtual assistants will be that layer, that lower tier.
Yeah,
okay?
Have to have layers. Absolutely. So number 4 is your schedule, right? So we have our virtual assistants. They handle our schedule. We don't have to worry about things.
I don't even know what I got on my calendar. Guess what? I don't handle it. You know, my VAs take care of all that shit for me. I just look at, okay, I got 2 o'clock book, 3 o'clock book, 5 o'clock book, 6 o'clock is my lunchtime, whatever the fuck it. I don't take care of that shit. So get a virtual assistant, handle that task, because that, to me, Chris, I don't know about you, but that's a task that I don't want to handle.
No,
at all.
Not. I swear on everything. My Calendly just books up. And I just look at my calendar. Oh, okay. My virtual assistant put another meeting on here. I got to do this. I got to do that. Or she handles a meeting for us. You know, what about that? You know, how many meetings has our virtual assistant attended for us, taking the notes, summarizing it, and being able to deliver that in like Cliff Notes? Because I'm a dummy, right? I need that shit. I need simplicity in my life, right?
Chris needs sticky notes.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Sticky fucking notes, bitch. How about that?
Hands down. So sticky notes is something that he needs, but guess what? He had a virtual assistant write the sticky notes.
Hey, I didn't write it. This is not my handwriting. I tell you that. 100%. So, fuck it. Delegate it. Number 5 is team management, right? So when you have a team and you have those layers, you don't want to be getting hit up by this person, your marketing person, your recruiting person, whatever your structure is. You cannot spread yourself that thin and get hit up by all these people. What's the point of that? You have a management person that can handle all that stuff, and you got one focal point that you got to get all your information from.
Guys, so listen, pay attention to this very closely, because I'm talking to you, okay? You're right now in your business, you are looking to be a manager, but guess what? There's a lot of aspects inside of that area, right? So for me, I was able to scale and hire a team, hire my virtual assistant, put her as a manager, a team lead manager, to handle all of the aspects of the operations, right? Now, Chris is here as overall operations, but I needed someone to handle the day-to-day activities, and that wasn't going to be me. Like I said before, you guys know who I am. If you're Team Jeff, I like to play golf, right? 3 times a week. That's what I do. Golf, boating, shooting, whatever it is. I want to be able to have my freedom. So my freedom.
He's a bad shot too, so
it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter.
If he shoot at you, you gonna be
out of 20 shots, I hit one target. I'm okay with that because it's fun. You know, I could be working, but I'm not. I'm out here doing other things. So that's what I like to do. So having a virtual manager to come in here and handle your team is key.
Absolutely. So let's go over the 5 topics we just discussed, right? The things that you need to delegate is cold calling. Number fucking 1. Stop doing it today. All right. Next,
no more
documenting, process, right? Get your documentation together. That is a lot of people's weaknesses, right? That is your weakness, most likely. All right, delegate that shit.
Remember, delegate it, get a process in place, create a template, create videos, store those documents. Boom, let's go.
Make your weakness your strength, right? Number 3 is scheduling and your customer service. Your customer service is number 3, right? Expand your presence, right? Get your shit together. Have somebody answer those calls. You do not need any customers fucking calling your cell phone number. Get rid of that shit. Number 3, do it immediately.
Take it away.
Right. Number 4, your schedule. All right. Your scheduling, delegate that shit right now. Have your virtual assistants do your meetings, your notes, your fucking cliff notes, whatever you need. Get that done. All right.
Number 5 is team management. That's to me is a big part because I want to play golf, right? I want to do the things I want to do. I don't want to manage a team, right? So get a virtual assistant today, have them manage your team and build that process and procedure. And that kind of rolls up to 1 through 5.
Yep. So now what we're going to do? We're going to fuck it. Delegate it.
Fuck it. Delegate it.
Heard them lasers talking now and we don't pay that no mind. Didn't need to watch them know that I'll be here in no time. Put a candle on it.